everybody, welcome to the Three Lotus Tarot. Today, another pick a card reading, and the question is, how does my childhood or my past affect my relationships with people today? This has been a topic that's been on my mind for some time, and today is the day. Today I feel really called to do this reading. So let's get your piles in order. For pile 1, how appropriate, right? We've got the 6 of Cups with the green Dongling. The 6 of Cups with the green Dongling, that is pile 1. And for pile 2, we have the 10 of Swords. Ooh, with the yellow Calcite. And last but not least, the third pile, 10 of Wheels, or the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, and that goes with the Amethyst. So all 3 piles seem to be very, very connected to how our childhood or our past may affect our current environment and our current approach to how we deal with people in our lives today. And I had also asked for the correct crystals to go with it today. So if you have made your choice, whether it's pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the 6 of Cups, a card of our childhood, our past, our foundation. So it is a very appropriate card. The 6 of Cups with the green Dongling. So let's see how your card and the crystal work together for you. Okay, so today we're going to use the tarot of the golden wheel, and then I might also get clarifications with the Arcanum tarot, and finish off with the Archangel Power Oracle deck. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, let's put this crystal there, and let's take a look about pile 1. My guys from English language so serious. Pile 1. How does pile 1's childhood or past affect their relationships today? Can we have some cards, please? How does, thank you. Okay, that's too much. Let me put that back. How does pile 1's past affect their relationships today? Can we get a couple more cards, please? So first of all, your 6 of Cups shows me that you may have had a very stable, loving childhood, you know, full of peace, beauty, calm. Either you had that or you wanted that. Okay, and then perhaps some of you were taken care of by not your parents per se, but grandparents perhaps, or somebody else. That could be a possibility as well. But it was loving and kind and happy, or this is what you wanted, that it was kind and loving and happy. But let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see what your reading wants to tell us about how your childhood or your past affects your relationships today. So first of all, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Let me tell you what I see here. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the 2 of Wheels and the Hanged Man. Okay, so firstly, with the Wheel of Fortune, I did get an immediate impression that from here something changed and became this side of the card. So first of all, there may have been some scarcity some worry, anxiety. Perhaps it was a difficult childhood. Perhaps family life was difficult or challenging. There may not have been enough money. There may not have been, like, I guess maybe, all the necessities that you may need, and there were crying and tears that were had maybe in your childhood, in your family, whether from yourself or from your family members. But then now things have really changed. Things have really changed for you from the duller, darker, sadder side of things to a happier, brighter, more prosperous, more good living kind of life. So it could be that your childhood and your past experience, how it has turned, how it may have been a certain way before and now it's become something else, the exact opposite, you might say. And that has, of course, affected how you live your life, as well as how you build your relationships with other people. And you have the Two of Wheels here, which tells me that because of this situation, the Wheel of Fortune, either you had to make a decision about how you would want to be. Maybe in this life of the more shadowy aspect, the one where the life was lacking. There was a need for things, a need for necessities, a need for the nice things and happy parts of life. You had to either make a decision as to, like, wow, okay, I know that life and I don't want that life going forward. I want to make it a better life for myself, for my family, for my loved ones. And you had to make a decision, either a decision or you balance things out very nicely. You made the new life happen for yourself. And that's why in the very first place of it all, that Six of Cups with a happy and bright environment, whether you had that or you wanted that made you make a certain decision about how to be in your life going forward, so that you would make a better future for yourself as well as for your family members. That could be too, right? So the Wheel of Fortune firstly tells me that you've switched it all around, and that definitely affects how you are with people nowadays. That Hangman comes into play as well. See, you changed your perspective all the way around. You changed your environment, your how you take life, how you approach life completely differently. Okay, so you could have had a childhood that where you had the need for more stuff, whether it's food, whether it's money, whether it's happiness. You could have had a childhood where you needed more, but it was still happy. You could have had that. Or that childhood caused a lot of anxiety, caused a lot of pain, and therefore this was what you wanted. In your when you were young, you thought about this and you're like, wow, that is what I want. And maybe that's what you thought that you would want to provide for your family, your own children going down the line, right? Not to say that people didn't do their best, but sometimes circumstances are the way that they are, right? And there may be a lesson to be learned, there may be karma, etc. But whatever it is, you made that change. So that childhood of yours, that upbringing, that past of yours made you differently, made you behave differently, approach differently, maybe fight differently nowadays. Okay, so how does it affect their relationships with other people? Okay, how does it affect their relationships? How does their childhood affect their relationships with people now? Wow, a lot, so many cards came out. I'm kind of surprised, but let's take a look and unpack what's come out for you. So the question now is, how has your childhood affected your relationships? So we've got the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is about, we can see here like this person is hiding from some soldiers, right? So he's taken all these swords. He may be trying to prevent them from fighting, which is a very novel take on the Seven of Swords. The classic take on the novel of the Seven of Swords, of course, is that, you know, you're stealing the swords or the ammunition from the enemy camp, right? So, but also this card does talk to me about creativity, about problem solving, whether it's in a more tricky, sneaky, creative or underhanded manner. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards, okay? But let's just say that this card tells me that, you know, you may be able to utilize many different approaches in your relationships with people, because perhaps you understand and you're able to see more clearly who they are and what their motivations are, perhaps because of your past. Okay, you may recognize certain traits in them. You may be able to see past the more shallow, more superficial image that they're presenting. So you may be able to be creative or Machiavellian or strategic when it comes to your dealings with people. You also have the Knight of Wheels or the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, going in there and taking the action for the betterment or the fighting for the value or the virtue of life. Okay, yeah, I can see you definitely fought for a more golden, more bright, sunny life for yourself. And whilst everything else, the environment around you may seem gloomy, may seem difficult, may seem punishing, but you forge on. You continue to forge on. Usually the Knight of Pentacles is not a very fast moving knight, but your knight here in this particular tarot of the Golden Wheel that we use today, your horse is moving. So you, in spite of your environment, you continue to fight, you continue to strive, Pile 1. Admirable. You also have the Three of Wheels or the Three of Pentacles, you know, a lot of working together with other people, and that may be why the Seven of Swords is very helpful for you, because you have a very clear thought process, very analytical. You may have clear communication as well, which helps you in your collaboration and working together with others. And you do work together with others, you're not just doing it by yourself. Yeah, the Three of Wheels and well, 3 and 3 again. So the Three of Wands, which is all about, again, you know, Three of Wands follows the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about planning and making decisions and seeing where do I want to go. Okay, wow, I'm so sorry. Let me move this up so you can see your cards. Yeah, so the Three of Wands is about, the Two of Wands is about planning and making decisions about where you want to go. Three of Wands is then taking that action, starting that journey, or watching and then seeing how the results roll in for you. Okay, so you're very much about that sorts, like, you know, you're ready to do the work. You're gonna make it happen, you know, working together with other people or being able to corral other people into seeing your direction, into seeing your goal, and then working together in order to make it happen. You've got the King of Wheels. I'm not surprised. The King of Pentacles. So you do have that beautiful life now, as we saw evidenced from your Wheel of Fortune. Your life now versus your childhood or your past is night and day. Night and day. You have a beautiful life now. You've got riches and luxury. You're stable. You're happy, I would say. Well, the King of Wheels doesn't look particularly happy here. So the moment I said happy, I noticed his expression. He doesn't look particularly happy here. He looks rather like steadfast and kind of solemn, like, you know, there's no time for laughter, there's no time for joy and fun. I wonder, King of Wheels, Pile 1, if in your desire to make a better life for yourself and your family if you forget how to enjoy and appreciate the happier parts of life, because you're always moving to get what's better for yourself and for your family. But let's ask the cards that later on. Okay, so you have the Star. The Star is all about wish fulfillment. You made it come true. You wanted it in your past. You saw the difference and you wanted something better for yourself. You wanted something better for your family, and you really made it come true for yourself. So you manifested it. All right. And also you have the Empress. So I'm gonna rearrange these cards here. The Empress is all about birthing, right? Birthing, beauty, nurture. There's a lot of brightness. So I'm thinking, like, remember when I said your King of Wheels looked very solemn and like grim, a little bit fierce, a little bit like, yeah, you know, it's good that you guys are enjoying the life, you know, but I know what I'm here for. I'm all for getting the next fortune in, signing the next deal, for example. You know, he looks like that. But then I see the Empress as well. And the Empress is all about, you know, love and nurture and giving and healing, life, nature, beauty. So now I'm a little bit in two minds about, you know, perhaps in some parts, perhaps in the part of your work, when you're all out for a goal, pile one, you are a no-nonsense person. You're all about achieving the goal. But then on the other side of it, when you're not fighting for that brass wheel, then perhaps it's the time when people can see the other side of you, when you enjoy your life and you're happy and you're kind, and because you know what it's like to be on the other side of the coin, you are able to share and be nice and be kind and happy and gentle with other people. So that could be it. But let me get a few more cards, because remember I said I wanted to check whether the King of Wheels, you are like the King of Wheels that we see here. So guys from the universe, can we know what kind of personality is pile one? What kind of personality is pile one? Let's take a look at these cards first. What kind of personality is pile one? So we've got the Lovers, we have the Nine of Pentacles, as well as the Eight of Swords. Okay. So I think that, you know, you could be a kind, caring person. You do know how to enjoy your life. You do show caring and nurturing and kindness to other people. Perhaps also because of your childhood, where you may not have had the luxury of getting that, because people were the elder people in your family may have been very preoccupied with getting the next meal on the table or getting rent money, for example. So you may have felt a little bit left out, but now you make sure to know how to show that love, know how to show caring and appreciation, and perhaps even the life that you build for your family now, for the people who are important to you now, shows them that you care about them, that you think about them, you know. So it is a beautiful life. You give them everything they could want. You give yourself too everything that you could want. So it is a beautiful life. But sometimes perhaps you feel a little bit trapped. Eight of Swords tells me perhaps you feel a little bit trapped, pile one. In that, do you feel like you have to keep going? Perhaps you're tired. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here? Can we clarify the Eight of Swords, please? Okay. So I'm thinking, does it mean that you're tired? Does it mean that, you know, you wish sometimes that you could take time out for yourself to do what you want instead of pushing to build a better life? Like you don't know how to stop. You may not know how to stop, when to stop, or what else to do if you stopped. Okay, so we've got the Tower. So why is the Eight of Swords here? We've got the Tower. You got the Star again. This is the second time you're getting the Star, Power. And the Page of Cups. So you feel a bit trapped. Has something come about? Has something recently happened, whether in information or an event, something that has happened that makes you a little bit confused, like what to do next. And it could be a combination of the Tower and the Star. Something big is changing. Another dream of yours is being fulfilled. Perhaps it's the dream to be able to not be the responsible one anymore. I don't know. It could be that, Power. But you've had an opportunity come in, or you've had an offer come in, or communication, or the chance to do something else, the chance to do something frivolous, you know. And it could be a big gigantic change to how you live your life now, but it's also that wish come true, because you wish. Sometimes you may feel that you're trapped in forever being that provider, forever being that responsible one. Wow. Okay, so let's see, what advice do the archangels have for you in this scenario now? How should Power One proceed? What advice can we give Power One on their next steps? What advice do the angels have for the Power One for their next steps? Can we get some advice, please? You know, with the green Dongling, the crystal that you chose, Power One, it promotes calm and serenity. It increases love and nurturing. So perhaps it's time for you to nurture and love yourself. Keep calm. It may this latest change, or this latest offer or opportunity may be a big change from your norm, but it's also a possibility to make a wish come true. So let's see what the archangels have to advise you. The Two of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision. You're over analyzing a problem. Find a compromise. Okay, that's the first card we have. And then we also have for you, Power One, strength. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. You see, I think that it's telling you that it's time that you believe in yourself. You don't have to hold yourself to this, I have to be the provider, I have to do it. You've already given yourself and the people you love a beautiful life, as we can see from, you know, the King of Pentacles, the what do you call that, the Nine of Pentacles as well. You know, it's all like in the real world, your material life is very stable, very rich, very enjoyable already. So you don't have to continue to be the one and only that provides and works. If that's what you want, then great. But if an opportunity has come in that could potentially change a lot of things for you and fulfill maybe the next level of wish that you have, or fulfill another wish that you have, then, you know, you're over analyzing the problem if you cannot make up your mind. You're over analyzing it. Self-confidence and forgiveness. You've got to also put yourself first. Now you have to enjoy your life, the life that you built for yourself. Okay, so you have done good on your desire or your promise to yourself in the past. You have really done good. You've done well. It looks like you've made a beautiful, stable life for yourself and your loved ones. And now it's time for you to find the strength to be able to balance things out and put yourself at the forefront as well. Okay, So pile 1, I'm going to close your reading on that. Remember, the green Dongling will give you calm, serenity, increase love, and nurturing, and it may be time for you to nurture yourself now. So thank you so much for being here, pile 1. I love these readings that I do for you. If you like it, do give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to the 3 Lotus Tarot. Let's keep the channel growing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hello pile 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this card, the 10 of Swords, with the yellow calcite. The 10 of Swords and the yellow calcite. So it looks like this may be a current energy, or it may be something to do with your past. It may have been a difficult, heavy, challenging past. Yeah, or it's making you feel this way now because of perhaps a lot of trauma from the past, a lot of baggage from the past that you can't let go of. But you know what the good thing is? The 10 of Swords always signifies that it is the end of that difficult period, and then the next thing that's going to come is a fresh new start for you. So take hope from that. And another thing that I do see is that it's only a couple of swords, 3 swords in the back of this person, whereas all the other swords have gone around him and not 10 swords into his back. So you have a big potential to really get up and go. In fact, you can see here that this person here is not flat on his front. You know, he's not given up. He's still trying to get up, or he's not fallen down, and he still has his hand on the one sword, on his sword, and he looks like he's going to continue to fight. In fact, that yellow in the back tells me that, you know, there is still light, there is still hope, there is still brightness that's coming along. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards in order to figure out whether this is an emotion, a feeling, an energy from your past, or it is an energy of today for you. And we are going to be utilizing the gold tarot of the golden wheel. We are also going to be potentially using the Arcanum Tarot for clarification, and then we will again end with the Archangel Power Oracle deck. So let's now, pile 2, sorry about that loud sound, let's get the rest of your cards. How does what is the current energy of pile 2, please? What is the current energy of pile 2, please, in their physical life? What is the current energy of pile 2, please, in their physical life? Oops. 3 cards here and 1 card from here. So let's see, you have the 10 of Wands, pile 2. So I feel that there may be a lot of challenge, a lot of difficulty. You feel the weight and the burden now, and you don't know when it's going to end, because this person has his eyes blindfolded, right? You're trying to keep juggling everything together. You know, you're using both your hands, you're using your body weight, you're trying to step forward one step at a time. The road is rocky and uneven, and you don't know where you're going. You don't know if you're going to get a stable, firm next step or not. So it sounds like it's quite harrowing for you now, pile 2. It's a little bit harrowing for you, difficult. You've got the 2 of Wands as well, the Page of Wheels, which is also the Page of Pentacles, and the King of Wheels. Okay, so can you see this, please? Pile 2, there may be a journey here for you. What is your current energy now? The 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Swords, that difficulty, that injury and trauma, this could be from your past, you know, that is continuing in the energy of the 10 of Wands for you. But as you move on in your life, the Two of Wands is about making a decision. It's about looking at what is in front of you, looking at what is available to you, and then making a choice and planning. Planning, what do I do from here? Where do I go from here? What is in store? What could I do in order to get better? In this particular deck, we see the wands crossed and we see two rams butting heads. So you may be coming up against some opposition towards some plans that you may have. You may be questioning yourself about some plans that you may have. But the thing is, once that is settled, once you have made that decision and you start on a fresh start in your 3D world, the Page of Wheels is the Page of Pentacles, right? So if you start something new in your life, you could very well end up and be the King of Wheels in your life going forward. This is your energy. This is your current energy. This is the potential that's in store for you. Okay, so now let's take a look at how does Pile 2's childhood or past affect their relationships with people today. How does Pile 2's childhood or past affect their relationships with people today? So Pile 2, you have two cards here that came out also for Pile 1's King of Wheels and the Six of Cups. So if you were drawn to Pile 1 as well, then I would strongly suggest that you check out Pile 1 also. Okay, so first of all, we have the Six of Cups. How does your childhood or your past affect your relationships today? You've got the Six of Cups, you've got Judgment, Five of Wands, the Tower. The Tower also came out for Pile 1. Page of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Wow, do you see this? The Six of Wands, should I talk about this now? Okay, yes, I will just be quick about it. You see, we talked about you moving on in your journey to the Page of Wheels, from the Ten of Wands to the Page of Wheels to the King of Wheels. So you end on a very high, good note. And again, this journey here, you end on a note of victory. The Six of Wands is all about success and victory. All right, so you have a lot of you're gonna manifest a lot of success and victory at the end of your journey. Whatever plan that you're making, you will see that success. You will see a beautiful completion, a holistic end, and you know, everything's nicely wrapped up. You're happy with the resolution of things. And probably other people in the Six of Wands, you always have a lot of people cheering, right? A lot of people cheering for that protagonist on his steed. So a lot of good fortune, a lot of success, a lot of and perhaps like people looking up to you in your initiatives, whatever you plan to do, Pile 2. So how does your childhood or your past affect your relationships today? We've got this, and I feel that with the Six of Cups, you have a strong foundation. Even though you had it difficult, and perhaps it has made you know how you want to be, how you want to behave with others, how you want to communicate with others, how you want to build relationships with others. So perhaps it has formulated for you, solidified for you what it is to be nice, kind, giving, forgiving, you know. So you always try to do the right thing. You try to do the right thing when different situations come along, and you're not like that's always agreeable. Okay, the Five of Wands does happen with you, but you know, look at the Five of Wands here. the people are smiling. It's not like, oh, angry face, and look at this guy, he's like cheering them on. So it's not like angry, okay? They're quite it's like a friendly match, right? So you have your own opinions, and whilst you may feel, or other people may see it as like, oh, there's like a dissension or friction, but actually it's not. You're just debating healthily, you're sharing your perception, you're sharing your perspective, and you're doing things the right way around. Perhaps you had somebody older, somebody wiser to help you and mentor you, and perhaps that's how you have learned how to be a better communicator, or a better friend, or somebody who knows how to like really be strong and do the right thing when it's necessary. Okay, something that it is a big change. This may be a big change for you. Have you just recently learned how to do this? Or you were like this, and then there's a big change that has happened now? I think that you were different before. You had the 10 of Swords and you had the 10 of Wands energy, but then when you had this mentor, or you had this epiphany, and you changed how you work with other people, how you talk with other people, how you manage your relationships with other people, this big change started you off, and it gave you like this big clarity about, oh my goodness, this is how it's meant to be, this is how I should do it, this is the right way to engage people, to inspire people, to help people. So there was a change in that mental clarity. You understood something, some lesson came to you. There was a eureka moment for you, and that is going to lead to your success, if it has not already led to your some level of success. But you will have success at the end. If you have seen a little bit of improvement recently, that's not the end of it all. You will get success. It's like it's a big thing. It's not a little bit of, people are better now, I work better with people, my bosses are happier with me, my family is we're getting along better now. No, it's not just little bit better like that. It is success. You're going to have success. You're going to wave that big old flag of victory. Okay, so that is in store for you. All right, that's a good change for you, pile 2. Okay, let me see. So how else does should pile 2 continue to build on their relationships with other people? How else do they continue to improve their relationships with other people? One more card, please. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, nice cards. All right, so I asked, how else should pile 2 continue to build on their relationships with other people? Okay, so what came out was the Knight of Swords. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. See, the Page of Swords is here, and remember what I said, it gave you an epiphany. This change in how you deal with people gave you an epiphany, gave you insight into how it should be, and how it makes you communicate better, work better, connect better with other people. Perhaps it's communication, clearer communication, better, picked communication. And from the Page of Swords, how else do you continue? Was my question. You have the Knight of Swords, guys. So just continue to enhance and grow this new habit, this new behavior pattern on how you communicate with other people, on how you treat other people, on how you approach and consider the people in your life, whether at work, at home, in your social circle. Just continue to build on that. So from the Page of Swords, going on into that next level of adeptness, that next level of mastery. Okay, so that is one way you can continue to build yourself. Also, there's the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about leaving the old behind, leaving the behind, the dark, the shadow, the turbulence behind. Yes, you may have had the Ten of Swords, you may have had the Ten of Wands energy in you, but it is time to forget about that now. It is time to leave that behind, because there is clearer water, clearer skies ahead of you. And I do see again, you know, potentially that energy of a mentor, somebody who's older or wiser, who's helping you or teaching you. See, I see that here again. So yeah, so it's time to leave that behind. Not leave the mentor behind, but leave that old turbulent shadow aspect behind, you know, and build that next level of mastery in how you work with other people. And you end with the Fool, which is that starting of something new, something fresh. So make that behavior pattern that you learned intrinsic to you, embed it into your personality, make it second nature, make it how you are. You can be kind, you can be candid and direct, but in a kind manner, not in a mean fault finding manner. Okay, look at how the Fool is like reaching for the stars, and he has that joy and courage to just jump off. So feel that joy, feel that courage, feel that freedom to start something afresh, start something new. And look, the Fool goes on top of the tower. So that change happened, and now you have that chance to start anew. Very, very beautiful. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that we need to share with pile 2, please? Okay, not this too many cards, of course. But let's see. Anything else we can share with pile 2, please? In terms of themselves. Wow, so really guys, if you were called to pile 1 also, please do check it out, because you have the Lovers card, which was also appeared in pile 1, the Lovers card, and then the Two of Wands. So my question was, what else can we tell pile 2? So these 2 cards here tell me that on this next journey forward, whatever you're starting now, choose something that speaks to your heart, choose something, plan something, really understand yourself, look within yourself, have the self-reflection, and know what it is that makes you happy, know what it is that makes you want to jump off and set on a new adventure. Okay, pick something that speaks to your heart, pick something that speaks to you, because that energy of the Ten of Swords, that energy of the Ten of Wands, you are doing what the Six of Swords says, which is leave it behind. You are going on something else. So please pick something that speaks to you, that makes you happy. Okay, that's what you are advised to do next. Let's also check out what the Archangel, let me ask my question first. Let's pick out what the Archangel Power Oracle deck wants to tell you. A piece of advice, please, for pile 2. Let's see what came out. 2 cards came out, guys. So pile 2, you have Justice and Judgment. Okay, so Justice, fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. So do what is right. If you're picking something to take on for the next adventure in your life, pick something that does justice to yourself, or pick something that helps other people, that brings fairness, that brings balance, that brings justice. Perhaps people need your help. perhaps you are in a position to help. I don't really know what is happening in your life, so take what resonates. But basically, justice and the Knight of Michael. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Yep, so there could be, you see the Fool, you see the planning, the Two of Wands. So it's time to move now. Time to do what makes you happy or what speaks to your heart, preferably something that helps other people or helps yourself. Perhaps it's also time to put yourself first. All right, so pile 2, that is it from the Three Lotus Tarot for you in how does your childhood or your past affect your relationships today. I hope it has been insightful for you. If you've liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And please subscribe to the Three Lotus Tarot. Do comment, because it helps the video go around. And if you like these readings, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. You chose the beautiful 10 of Wheels. 10 of Wheels is also the 10 of Pentacles together with the Amethyst crystal. Can you see the Amethyst crystal? Also beautiful with a lot of layers. I wonder if that's got anything to do with you and your reading. A lot of layers. Okay, so 10 of Wheels or the 10 of Pentacles is of course about that wonderful, everything in life is just right for you. You've got legacy, you've got success, you've got abundance, you've got love, health, friendships, everything. So you may be having a very good life now, or you had a very good past in childhood that has come up in this energy of the 10 of Wheels that we see here. Okay, but let's get the rest of your reading so that I can tell you holistically what we see. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Golden Wheel for your main reading. If we clarify, we will use the Arcanum Tarot, and as usual, I love to finish off with the Archangel Power Oracle deck. You have the Amethyst, of course, like we talked about. It is a stone, it is a crystal, sorry, it's not a stone, it is a crystal that relieves stress and strain. It promotes creativity, it activates your spiritual awareness, and it calms you down. Okay, so a beautiful stone for somebody probably with a beautiful life. Okay, so pile 3, let's get some insight into what your current energy is like. What is the current energy of pile 3, please? What is the current energy of pile 3, please? Couple more cards, please. Okay, thank you. So what is the current energy of pile 3? You had the Devil come out. As you very well saw, you had the Devil come out, and it did come out in reverse. So I'm taking it to mean that your current energy, that you do have this beautiful 10 of Wheels life. Everything is at your beck and call. Everything that you want has been given to you. You have built for yourself, you have manifested, you have worked, and the universe has seen right to give it to you. Be aware, be careful. That's why it was in the reverse. Be careful that you do not fall into the shadow side of things. Okay, your current energy, be careful that you do not fall into maybe addiction, too muchness. I thought of that, and I know there's no such word, but I just wanted to say it for you guys because it sounded so cute. Yeah, just like, sometimes when we have so much, we forget what is the norm, what is business as usual, what do the other people, the normal people out there experience in their day-to-day lives. So then we lose touch with reality, so to speak, or we lose touch with what balance is. Okay, so be careful not to fall into that energy. All right, and you also have the Hanged Man. Perhaps it's asking you to again see things in a different perspective, because the Hanged Man is always in the reverse, right? So see things in with a different perspective. Know that sometimes you need to look from a different pair of eyes, from a different angle, because not everybody lives this way, or not everybody can understand when you live this way, and that may be impacting certain relationships that you have. Okay, so what do I mean by that? It could be that, you know, you may think about wow, I always go for holidays every quarter of the year. I always go for a beautiful, wonderful holiday just to chill, just to relax. What do you mean you don't go on holidays? How could you live like that? Oh my gosh, I would be so stressed out. I couldn't function if I didn't get a reset and a chill every quarter of the year. But what you don't understand is that not everybody can afford to go on holidays every quarter of the year. Okay, some people don't even have the luxury of being able to go on a holiday, a vacation, once a year. So because you live your life so very differently, you don't understand how other people could live their lives or have to live their lives. And what you say to them, like, oh, I don't know how you could do that. You may not mean it, but it comes across as being a little bit high-handed, as being arrogant, as being not empathetic, like you just don't understand, and you may be losing that connection or that contact with people around you, because I'm sure not everybody around you lives the life and the lifestyle that you live. Okay, so be aware of that. And then you also have the Four of Wands. So your current energy, you are very stable. You have a lot to celebrate. You know, this is celebration, success, completion, happiness, joy. Everything's very bright, right? So your current energy is beautiful. It's just that you do have some words of advice to you, where you need to be aware of other perspectives, other ways of life, other frames of reference. And perhaps it also is good for you to know and have this reminder that there are different perspectives, different opinions in the world. So it may not always be your opinion that is the only way to go, your way of thinking being the only way to do something. Yeah, so that just came to me intuitively. So bear in mind, if you are overbearing, or if you like to decide how everything should go because you think that you know best. Okay, right, and let's get some more cards, please. How does Pile 3's childhood or past affect their relationships today? How does Pile 3's childhood and past affect their relationships today? So let's take a look. 3 cards came out. You've got the 3 of Cups, the Hermit, and the Moon. So you know what happened. The 3 of Cups came out, and it was like in the reverse, as you saw here at the top, right? So how does your past affect your relationships today? The 3 of Cups in reverse with the Hermit and the Moon, they all show me a lot of solitude. They all show me a lot of you being by yourself, or you wanting your way. Yeah, not working. Sorry, the 3 of Cups in reverse. you not working with other people, or you don't like working with other people. You enjoy being a solo contributor. You enjoy doing things on your own, perhaps because you trust yourself and you believe in yourself, and it's just harder to explain to other people how to get something done. And remember what I said earlier, you know, like you may feel that your way is the only way, and perhaps that's why you preferred to do things on your own. Just like we have the hermit here, you know, so you prefer, perhaps you spent a lot of time alone as well in your childhood or in your past, just like this lone wolf here, right? So wolves usually travel in packs, right? But we only see one lone wolf, and he's howling at the moon, and the moon is about, you know, like when everything is silent, when everything is quiet. So perhaps you enjoy that, you like that, the silence and the quiet, not the of, you know, a lot of people around you. Perhaps you can't think and you can't be effective when you're just surrounded by distractions and noise. So do you enjoy being alone, doing things your way, doing things on your own? You find that you can achieve more with by being a solo contributor. Yeah. You like the quiet. You like the quiet. You like the solitude. You like the just a lot of aloneness, being alone. You enjoy being alone. Perhaps you're more of an introvert. Okay, and the hubbub of too many people around you and the distractions all drain you actually. Okay. How does pile 3's childhood and past affect their relationships today? Let's look at these 2 cards that have come out. Oh, there's 3 cards here. Okay, see. Again, some hidden cards, a hidden you. All right, so now we also see the Wheel of Fortune. So a wheel has turned around full circle, you know, something has completed its cycle, something has completed its turn, and now it's a completely different way of being. Did you grow up in a family that was like full of people, or in a house that was full of hubbub and noise and screaming and shouting and laughter and and perhaps that's why now you need and you crave the quiet and the solitude. Okay, well, whatever it is, something has changed, like or just even if it's not changed, it's come full circle. Perhaps you had a quiet childhood and then things became different, but then now you've been able to build a life for yourself, going back to what it is that you prefer, which is the quiet and the solitude, and that's why you so enjoy your life now with the 10 of Pentacles up here. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, you have the 8 of Swords, and you also have Temperance. Why do you have the 8 of Swords? The 8 of Swords is this idea or illusion of being imprisoned by swords all around you, like the classic imagery of 8 of Swords is where this lady is bound and blindfolded and surrounded by swords. But the thing that she does not realize is that whilst her blindfold is there, meaning that she can't see, her binds are very loose and she could very easily break out of them, and the swords are not actually encircling her or stopping her from leaving or moving or at her will at all. So it is an illusion of being trapped. So do you have an illusion of being trapped? Your childhood and your past, does it trap you in some certain way when it comes to your relationships today? You are asked to find balance. let's check this out a little bit more. Perhaps because in your past you were either very quiet or you had an environment full of noise and distraction, that now it forces you to be the other way, forces you to crave, prefer, demand quiet and solitude. And maybe you don't want to be alone, maybe you want to be with friends, but you can't break out of that shell. Or maybe you feel that you don't know how to communicate with others, and that's perhaps maybe what you feel is your mental prison. But you're asked to be, we'll find out about that, but you are asked to be balanced. You're asked to be balanced and to put different factors together, perhaps opposing factors, fire and water, fire and ice, heat and ice, hot and cold. Put what you think may be opposing values together to try to find a balance, to try to find an alchemy, so that at the end of it all you can make it work. Somehow have wisdom, look within yourself to truly understand, look within the situation to truly understand, because I don't think you're that you cannot figure it out. You can. I think you can. And what you need to do now is put those two parts together. See, there's even like two trees here. So you're not meant to be alone. You don't have to be alone. Pile 3, you don't have to be alone. You could be with friends if that is what you want. Let's check out the 8 of Swords. What is the 8 of Swords trying to show us, please? What is the 8 of Swords trying to show us, please? Again, the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands has appeared in all 3 piles today. It's a lot of planning, a lot of, I think maybe it's a collective energy where people are asked to figure out what it is that they want to do going forward, what it is that they want to concentrate on, what it is that they want to achieve and build. Perhaps it is a collective energy. That's why that 2 of Wands energy has come out for all 3 piles. Okay, so you've got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles has also come out for all 3 piles. So why is the 8 of Swords here? We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, Strength, and the 2 of Wands. Why is the 8 of Swords here? I don't see it. I don't see it. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Cups. So, is it that pile 3, you feel like you're in a, so whilst your life is beautiful with the 10 of Pentacles, you somehow feel trapped. You have it all, you're strong, you're, you know, intelligent, you're charismatic, you can lead, you're a good leader, people look up to you, you've got everything. Look at these 2 cards, you know, like ornate, luxurious, strong, very, very divine masculine energies. So you're all that, you know, you're a good leader, people look up to you, you look like you've got the whole wide world at your feet. Strength, you know, you just seem to make the right decisions about what to do next. You know, the world is at your feet, you know what to do. And then energy at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. So the energy at the bottom of the deck is what you don't see. or what you don't realize, or what you want to keep hidden. So perhaps the Knight of Cups, you having been alone, having craved solitude and being a solo contributor, working alone, not depending on other people, not connecting deeply with other people. Perhaps what you truly crave now, the energy at the bottom of the deck, is an offer of love, friendship, emotion. You want to let your emotions out. Oh my gosh, I did talk a little bit about this earlier. Like, maybe now you just don't want it anymore. You don't want that solitude anymore. You want to be able to connect with somebody. You don't want to be alone. And that's why you were also advised to balance it out. You're also advised you don't have to be alone. See, remember I talked to you about the 2 trees? You don't have to be alone. Energy at the bottom of the deck. Energy that you don't see, don't know, don't realize, or don't want to acknowledge. Knight of Cups. Is that why you feel trapped? As a mental prison, an illusion of trappedness. But you know what? You don't have to be trapped. Because you could go out there and connect with other people, right? Okay, let's check it out. Let's check how can pile 3 connect better with others? How can pile 3 connect better with others? How can pile 3 connect better with others? Okay, these cards. One card. It says the 7 of Wheels, the 7 of Pentacles. And what does that mean? Step by step. Take the time to sow your seeds. Take the time to learn what it is that other people like, or people who are important to you. What do they like? What is important to them? And then speak to that. Speak to what is important to them. Speak to their interests. That's how you get a first step in the door. And then after that, you trust in yourself. You let your walls down. You show some vulnerability. They'll show some vulnerability, and that's how you build a friendship. That's how you get to know others. So step by step is how you can connect with other people. It may not be the easiest for you, just because, like, you may not have done it for so long. You may not have much experience doing it, but learn it step by step, how to make friends. Okay, step by step. Okay, after this we'll get some advice from the Archangel deck as well. And then we've got the Strength card, of course. Be strong, do it step by step. Keep the faith, keep the goal in your mind, don't give up. And not everything that you try will work out, but don't give up. Be strong. Be strong. The 6 of Wheels is the 6 of Pentacles, which is also like, sharing, caring, being generous to others. That's what you can try out first of all. Okay, you can help others. You can take it step by step and be strong in your desire to achieve your goal of connecting with others, being caring, helping others. Okay, some advice please for pile 3 for the next steps. Some advice please. What advice can we give pile 3 please for the next steps? Anything? Okay, So we've got the 8 of Gabriel's come out for you. The 8 of Gabriel says, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So this is the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, things are coming at a speed. Okay, so I think if you do it, take your time, do it one step at a time, be strong, the results will come. The results will come. Care about others, others will care about you. Offer, give yourself up, be vulnerable, offer that friendship, a hand in friendship, and others will reciprocate. So you will see that coming around for you. Okay, and remember the amethyst. The amethyst will give you calm, relieves the stress and the strain. If you're feeling stressed out with wanting to make connections but not being able to make the connections, the amethyst will calm you down, relieve your stress, and remember to have the strength to continue step by step. Okay, success will come to you, success in your goal of connecting with others. So that is it from me, 3 Lotus Tarot, for you, pile 3, in how your childhood or past affects your relationships today. If you've liked this reading, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to the 3 Lotus Tarot, and let's keep the family growing. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.